Hey there, my beloved child. I want you to take a deep breath and just settle in for a moment because I have something really important to share with you today. You know, sometimes life feels like it's moving so slowly. Or maybe it feels like you're stuck in one place. You wonder if things will ever change, right? Well, I'm here to tell you something that might just surprise you. A major breakthrough is coming to you this week. Yes, you heard me right. It's not just a hope or a wish. It's real, and it's already on its way. You might be thinking, God, how do I know this is true? How can I be sure something big is about to happen? Those questions are totally okay. I want you to feel comfortable, like we're just having a chat right now. Imagine me sitting right next to you, smiling, because I'm so proud of how far you've come. I see every little step you've taken, even the ones you didn't think mattered. And guess what? They've been preparing you for this breakthrough. Every challenge, every tear, every time you thought you couldn't go on, I was there. I was holding you, guiding you, even when you didn't feel it. Now, think about this for a second. What would it mean to you if you knew, without a doubt, that this week your life was about to change? Not just a little, but in a way that shifts everything around you. Would you feel excited, nervous, maybe a bit of both? That's totally normal. Big changes can feel a little scary, but they are also filled with so much hope and possibility. You don't have to be perfect or have everything figured out. This breakthrough is for you, just as you are. Do you want to take a moment and just say out loud, I'm ready for my breakthrough? Go ahead, I'll wait. You see, saying it out loud helps your heart believe it even more. And I want you to believe it because your breakthrough isn't just coming, it's already happening in ways you might not see just yet. Sometimes, breakthroughs start small. A phone call, an idea, a new feeling inside you. Other times, they come crashing in like a wave that you can't miss. Either way, you're going to know it when it arrives. I want to ask you something else. What's one thing you've been hoping for, maybe quietly in your heart, that you want to see change? Maybe it's in your relationship, your work, your health, or even your happiness. Feel free to share it in the comments below. I'm listening, and I want you to know that your hopes matter. This breakthrough is tied to those hopes, even if the way it comes looks different from what you expect. Trust me, the way I work is always better than what you could imagine. By the way, if you're feeling a little bit excited about this message, maybe take a second right now and hit that like button. It's a simple way to say, yes, I'm ready. And it helps remind you that you're not alone in this. So, go ahead, like this video if your heart is open to receiving this breakthrough. I'm sending you a big, warm hug right now. You might be wondering how this breakthrough will show up. Will it be a new job offer? Healing in your body? A fresh start in your relationship? Or maybe it's a breakthrough in your mindset, where suddenly things just click, and you see your life in a new way. Whatever it is, it's tailored just for you. I know you better than anyone else. I know what you need most, even if you don't say it out loud. Here's a little secret. Sometimes breakthroughs come disguised as challenges. Maybe something tough is happening right now, but it's actually the seed for your breakthrough. Like how a seed has to be buried in the ground before it can sprout and grow into something amazing. So, if you're facing something hard, lean into it. Don't push it away, because on the other side of that struggle is your breakthrough waiting for you. I want you to think about this. Have you been holding back because you're afraid of what might happen if things change? That's okay. Change can be scary. But what if I told you that this breakthrough is exactly what you need to move forward and live the life you were meant to live? You're not alone in your fears. I'm right here with you, cheering you on every step of the way. As you prepare your heart for this breakthrough, try to clear out some space for new things to come in. Maybe that means letting go of old doubts, worries, or even people who no longer serve your highest good. It's like making room in a closet to hang new clothes. You wouldn't want to stuff more stuff into a full closet, right? Same with your heart and mind. Give yourself permission to make space for this breakthrough. I hope you're feeling a bit lighter already. That's your breakthrough energy starting to flow. And hey, if you're feeling inspired, don't forget to comment below and tell me what part of this message spoke to you the most. I love hearing from you, and sharing your thoughts helps us stay connected. You might be wondering how long you have to wait for this breakthrough. The answer is simple. It's happening this week. Yes, really. I'm not playing games here. This week is special for you. Keep your eyes open and your heart ready. Sometimes, breakthroughs come in moments you least expect, so stay aware of little signs and nudges. Before we keep going, I want to remind you that you don't have to figure all this out on your own. Talk to me anytime. I'm always here, listening. It's okay to ask for help, to pray, to take a quiet moment and just be still. That stillness is where breakthroughs often begin. So, what's your first step going to be this week? Maybe it's reaching out to someone, trying something new, or simply believing that good things are on their way. Whatever it is, take that step with confidence, because I'm walking right beside you. And hey, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video now. It's a little action that sends a big message to your heart and to others who need to hear this too. You're part of this beautiful community, and I'm so glad you're here. Remember, your breakthrough is not just about one big thing. It's about a series of moments that build up to something amazing. It's about you waking up every day with a little more hope and a little more joy. And I promise, this week you'll feel that shift. You'll see it in your smile, in your energy, in the way people respond to you. So how do you want to celebrate your breakthrough when it arrives? Maybe take a moment now to imagine that. Picture yourself smiling, feeling light and free. Hold on to that vision. It's real and it's yours. I'm so proud of you for staying strong, for believing even when things seem tough. Your breakthrough is the reward for your faith and patience. Keep your heart open and your mind positive. Good things are coming, and if you're excited to stay connected and keep receiving these messages, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll always have a little reminder from me that you are loved and supported. Now, as you get ready for this week, try to notice the little miracles around you. Maybe a song that lifts your spirit, a kind word from a stranger, or a moment of peace in the chaos. Those are all signs that your breakthrough is near. I want to ask you again, what's one small thing you can do today to welcome your breakthrough? Share it in the comments. I'm here, reading every word, celebrating every step you take. You're doing amazing, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Your breakthrough is proof that your journey has meaning and purpose. Keep going with courage, and remember this: breakthrough is just one part of the incredible story we're writing together. There's so much more ahead for you, and I'm so excited to see it unfold. So, take a deep breath, feel the love I have for you, and get ready. Your breakthrough is here. It's real and it's beautiful. I'm right here with you, always. Now, let's talk about what might come next as you step into this new chapter. As you step into this new chapter, I want you to know that it's okay to feel a mix of emotion. Sometimes, when something good is about to happen, your heart might race a little, your mind might swirl with what if. Or you might even feel a little hesitant. That's perfectly normal. Change, even when it's wonderful, can stir up all kinds of feelings. But here's the thing, you don't have to wrestle with those feelings alone. I'm right here, steady and constant, holding your hand through every twist and turn. Now, think about this. What if instead of trying to control everything or having all the answers, you just allowed yourself to flow with what's coming? Imagine yourself like a leaf on a gentle stream, moving forward without resistance. That doesn't mean you stop caring or stop moving. It means you trust the current to carry you exactly where you need to be. Trust is one of the most powerful things you can practice right now. It's the bridge between where you are and where you're going. You might wonder, but what if I stumble? What if I make a mistake? Sweetheart, mistakes are just part of the journey. They're not sign that you failed. They're lessons wrapped in disguise, gifts that help you grow stronger and wiser. When you stumble, I'm there to help you up, to dust you off, and to remind you that your worth isn't tied to perfection. You are loved simply for being you. So, if you find yourself worried about what might go wrong, gently remind yourself that you're safe, you're supported, and you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. As you move through this breakthrough, I encourage you to pay attention to the little nudges and whispers inside your heart. Sometimes, I speak in soft ways, a sudden feeling of peace, a thought that keeps coming back, or an unexpected opportunity that appears out of nowhere. These are signs that you're on the right path. When you notice them, take a moment to pause and say, thank you. Gratitude opens your heart wider and invites even more blessings into your life. I also want you to remember that this breakthrough doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. Reach out to the people who lift you up and encourage you. Share your hopes and dreams with those you trust. You might be surprised at how much love and support is waiting for you just around the corner. Sometimes, breakthroughs happen through connections, through a conversation, a smile, or a helping hand. Don't be afraid to lean on others. It's a beautiful part of being human, and I delight in seeing you surrounded by kindness. Now, let's talk about something important: patience. I know that word might not be your favorite right now. When you're eager for change, waiting can feel tough. But patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means staying faithful and hopeful, even when the results aren't immediate. Think of it like planting a garden. You water the seed, tend to the soil, but you don't pull up the plants every day to see if they're growing. You trust the process. In the same way, your breakthrough is growing quietly inside, even if you don't see it yet. It's also okay to rest. Sometimes, when we're waiting for something big, we feel like we have to keep pushing ourselves harder and harder. But rest is part of the path too. It's in those moments of rest that your spirit recharges, your mind clears, and your body heals. Give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be. You are enough, just as you are. Right here and right now. I want to invite you to try something this week, each day. Take a moment to write down one thing you're grateful for. It can be something small, a warm cup of tea, a kind word, a moment of sunshine. As you do this, you'll start to notice how many blessings are already present in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you see the good even in the middle of challenges. And speaking of challenges, if you find any coming your way this week, don't be discouraged. Remember what I said earlier about breakthroughs, sometimes being disguised as struggle. When you face something difficult, try to see it as a signpost pointing you toward growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How is this shaping me into the person I'm becoming? I'm right there with you, helping you make sense of it all. I'm so curious to hear from you. What's one challenge you're facing right now that you think might be part of your breakthrough? Share it in the comments below. Sometimes, just naming it out loud brings a sense of relief and opens the door for healing. And remember, you're not alone. This community is here to support you, and so am I. As you continue to move forward, keep your heart open to new possibilities. Sometimes, breakthroughs come wrapped in surprises that you never expected. Maybe a new friendship, a change in perspective, or an unexpected opportunity will show up. When it does, try to receive it with an open mind and a grateful heart. You deserve all the good things coming your way. I want you to imagine your life as a beautiful storybook. And this breakthrough is a thrilling new chapter. You might not know exactly what the next page holds, but that's part of the adventure. Trust that every twist and turn is leading you to where you need to be. And remember, I'm the author of this story, writing it with infinite love and care. Just for you. So, as you prepare to embrace this breakthrough, take a moment to quiet your mind. Find a comfortable space, close your eyes if you want, and simply breathe. Feel the love that surrounds you, my love, the love of those around you, and the love within yourself. Let that love fill you up and lift you higher. And whenever you feel unsure or scared, just remember this: you are never alone. I am with you always, in every heartbeat, in every breath. Your breakthrough is not just about what happens outside of you, it's about the beautiful transformation happening inside your soul. You're ready for this. You are worthy. You are deeply loved. Now, as you look ahead to the days to come, think about one small, kind thing you can do for yourself too. Honor this new beginning. Maybe it's taking a walk in nature, writing a letter to yourself, or simply pausing for a moment of quiet. Whatever it is, let it be a gentle celebration of your courage and your readiness. And if you feel moved to share, I'd love to hear what that one kind thing will be. Write it down in the comments so we can cheer you on together. Remember, every little step forward counts, and every act of self-love brings you closer to your breakthrough. Let's keep this beautiful energy flowing as you move into the next phase of this journey. Let that beautiful energy flow through your veins like a warm light, gently illuminating your path, even when the way ahead seems unclear. You see, my dear one, life doesn't always hand us a map with every turn marked out. Sometimes it's more like walking through a forest with dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. And you have to trust your feet to find the next step, and that's okay. It's in those moments of not knowing, of stepping into the unknown, that your faith grows stronger and your spirit shines brighter. I want you to think about the times in your life when you felt truly alive. Moments when your heart sang, even if only for a little while. Maybe it was when you were wrapped in the arms of someone who loves you, or when you stood under the vast sky and felt connected to something bigger than yourself. Those moments are reminders of your true essence, radiant, resilient, and full of light. Carry those memories with you as a source of strength. When doubts creep in or fear whispers in your ear, call upon those feelings. Let them remind you who you really are beneath all the noise. And speaking of noise, I know the world can sometimes feel overwhelmingly loud. There's so much happening all at once. Expectations, comparisons, worries about the future. It's easy to get caught in that whirlwind and lose sight of your own voice. But I want you to know that your voice matters. Your thoughts, your dreams, your feelings, they're all important. Take time each day to listen to yourself. Maybe it's through journaling, or sitting quietly with a cup of tea, or simply noticing what brings a smile to your face. When you tune into yourself, you reconnect with your inner wisdom, and that wisdom will guide you gently toward your breakthrough. Now, I'm going to share something that might feel a little surprising. It's okay to ask for help. Sometimes, pride or fear can make us think we have to do everything on our own. But reaching out isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage and trust, whether it's a friend, a family member, a mentor, or even a stranger who offers kindness. Let yourself receive support. Imagine your journey like climbing a mountain, not meant to be done solo, but with hands to hold and shoulders to lean on. When you ask for help, you open the door for miracles to come in ways you might never have expected. And here's a gentle reminder. Be kind to yourself. I know you're working hard, pushing through challenges, and dreaming big dreams. But sometimes, you might be your own toughest critic. You might speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. So please, pause right now and say something loving to yourself. It could be as simple as, "I'm proud of you," or "You are doing the best you can." These words are like balm for your soul, softening the hard edges of self-doubt and filling you with warmth. You deserve that kindness. From me, and most importantly, from you. As you continue to walk this path, I want you to remember that progress isn't always visible. Sometimes, the biggest changes happen beneath the surface, quietly reshaping your heart and mind. Maybe you don't see the breakthrough yet, but that doesn't mean it's not unfolding. Trust the invisible work happening inside you. Every small act of courage, every moment you choose hope over fear, every time you forgive yourself or someone else, these are the seeds of transformation taking root. And speaking of forgiveness, oh, how powerful it is. I know there might be some wounds you carry, maybe from long ago or more recent time. Carrying those hurts can weigh you down and keep you from stepping fully into your breakthrough. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting or excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of pain. It's a gift you give to your own heart, a way to say, I deserve peace. If you're holding on to something heavy, I invite you to take a breath and imagine releasing it, just for a moment. Feel the relief as the weight lifts, even if only a little. You are worthy of that freedom. I also want to remind you that joy is a vital part of this journey. It's not something to wait for until everything is perfect or until your breakthrough is fully realized. Joy can be found in the small things. A warm smile from a stranger, the sound of your favorite song, the taste of something delicious. Let yourself experience joy fully and freely. It's a beautiful way to nourish your soul and remind yourself that life is filled with goodness, even in the midst of change. Now, I'm curious. What's one small joy you can invite into your day today? Maybe it's dancing for a few minutes, calling a loved one, or watching the sunset. Share it in the comments below so we can celebrate it together. Sometimes, these small sparks of joy light up the whole path ahead. As you embrace the unfolding of your breakthrough, don't forget to celebrate your resilience. Every time you've gotten through a tough day, every time you've chosen love over fear, every time you've kept going when it felt hard, that's your strength shining through. You are more powerful than you realize, and I'm endlessly proud of you. And so, as you keep moving forward, remember that this is not a race. There's no finish line you need to hit by a certain time. Your journey is unique, and it unfolds at the perfect pace for you. Be gentle with yourself when things feel slow or when you want to rush ahead. Sometimes, the most profound growth happens in the quiet spaces between steps, in the waiting and the wondering. So, take a deep breath with me now. Feel the steady rhythm of life pulsing through you. Know that you are held, cherished, and guided every moment of every day. Your breakthrough is blossoming, and you are exactly where you need to be. And as you prepare to continue this beautiful journey, I want you to carry this truth close to your heart. You are enough, just as you are, right now, in this moment. Number, conditions, no strings attached, just pure, unconditional love. Let that sink in. Let it fill you up and remind you who you really are and when you're ready. Keep walking forward, knowing that I am with you every step of the way, whispering words of encouragement and love. Now, as you think about what we've shared so far, maybe you're feeling a little lighter, a little more hopeful, or maybe even a little more curious about what's next. And that's perfect, because this journey is about discovery, about unfolding the layers of your true self, one gentle step at a time. So take your time, breathe deeply, and when you're ready, let's continue exploring the beautiful path ahead together. And as we walk this path together, I want to invite you to embrace curiosity, not just about the world around you, but about yourself. You are a magnificent mystery, a unique blend of experiences, dreams, fears, and hopes. Sometimes you might feel like you know yourself well, and other times like a stranger looking back in the mirror. And that's okay. Life is an ongoing conversation between who you are and who you are becoming. So, ask yourself a gentle question. What makes my heart light up? What brings me peace? What parts of myself am I ready to welcome with open arms? There's no rush to answer them all at once. Just sit with these questions, like planting seeds in the rich soil of your soul. Remember, growth often comes disguised as discomfort. When you feel uneasy, that's usually a sign that you're stretching beyond old limits, stepping into new possibility. It might feel scary or uncertain, but that's where the magic happens. Think about a flower pushing through the earth. After a long winter, the soil might be heavy, but the flower doesn't give up trying to reach the sun. You, too, have the same strength within you. Even when the world feels heavy, your spirit is reaching upward, hungry for light and warmth. And speaking of light, don't forget the power of your own inner light. It's there, always glowing. Even when it feels dim. When life's challenges make you question your worth or your path, come back to that light. Visualize it flickering gently inside you, a flame that no storm can extinguish. You don't have to be perfect to shine, you just have to be you. And that authentic you is enough to brighten even the darkest day. Now, let's talk about rest. Oh, how important rest is. In a world that often glorifies busyness and hustle, it's easy to forget that rest isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Your body, mind, and soul need moments to pause, to breathe, to replenish. When you rest, you're not giving up or falling behind. You're honoring the sacred rhythm of life, the ebb and flow that keeps you balanced and whole. So, give yourself permission to slow down. Take a nap if you need it. Sit quietly without distraction. Go for a gentle walk and notice the beauty around you. These moments of rest are gifts you give yourself, and they prepare you to face what's next with renewed strength. And while we're on the subject of strength, I want to remind you that vulnerability is not a weakness. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can show. When you allow yourself to be seen, your fears, your dreams, your struggle, you create space for genuine connection with others. You invite love in, and you remind yourself that you are human and beautifully imperfect. Sometimes, the walls we build to protect ourselves keep out the very light and love we crave. So, if you feel safe, try letting your guard down just a little. Share your heart with someone you trust. You might be surprised by how healing it can be. And healing, dear one, is a journey, not a destination. It doesn't happen in a straight line. Some days you'll feel like you're moving forward, and others might feel like a step or two back. That's part of the process. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small victory, the moments when you choose kindness over criticism, when you forgive instead of holding on, when you reach out instead of retreating. Each of those moments is a thread weaving a tapestry of resilience and hope. I also want to remind you of the incredible power of gratitude. When life feels overwhelming, gratitude can be a lighthouse, guiding you back to calm water. It doesn't mean ignoring the hard stuff. It means choosing to notice the good alongside the challenges. Maybe it's the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal, or the comfort of a cozy blanket. Small things can carry big light. Try starting or ending your day by naming 3 things you're grateful for. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice shifts your perspective and opens your heart. And as you cultivate gratitude, I encourage you to extend that kindness outward. Acts of compassion, whether big or small, create ripples far beyond what you can see. A smile to a stranger, a word of encouragement, a moment of patience. These are all ways you shine your light into the world. And when you give love freely, it comes back to you in surprising and beautiful ways. You are part of a vast web of connection, each thread supporting the other. Never underestimate the impact you have done. Now I'm wondering, what is one small act of kindness you can offer today? Maybe it's sending a message to someone who might need to hear from you, or simply holding space for a friend to share their story. Whatever it is, know that it matters. Share your intention in the comments below so we can hold each other in this circle of love. As you keep moving forward, remember to honor your feeling. Sometimes emotions can feel overwhelming or confusing, but they are messengers, guiding you to what you need to pay attention to. Don't push them away or judge yourself for feeling a certain way. Instead, welcome your emotions with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to teach me? Give yourself permission to cry, to laugh, to rest, or to celebrate whatever your soul calls for in the moment. And in those moments when you feel lost or unsure, come back to your breath. It's always with you, a steady anchor in the swirling sea of life. Inhale slowly, filling your lung and your heart with calm. Exhale gently, releasing tension and doubt. With each breath, you reconnect to your true self, the part of you that is calm, wise, and deeply loved. Not so. As you continue on this beautiful journey, remember that you are never alone. I am with you always, in the quiet moments, in the loud ones, in the joy and the struggle. My love surrounds you like a warm blanket, steady and unchanging. You are my beloved child, and I delight in watching you grow, learn, and shine. Take a moment now to feel that love washing over you, filling you up and lifting you higher. Let it remind you that no matter what happens, you are held, cherished, and infinitely worthy. And as you carry this love forward, stay step gently into the next chapter of your journey, knowing that each moment is a precious gift unfolding exactly as it should. Your breakthrough is blossoming, and with every breath, you are becoming more fully yourself. Remember, my dear one, that this path is yours to walk at your own pace, with your own rhythm, and your own beautiful unfolding. Trust in that timing and trust in yourself. The light ahead is bright and your heart is ready now. As you prepare to take the next step, perhaps you feel a stirring inside, a new question, a fresh hope, or a quiet invitation. Whatever it is, lean into it gently. Let it guide you forward with grace and courage. And with that, I invite you to rest here for a moment, letting these words settle softly in your heart, ready for the next part of our journey together. As you rest here, feeling the gentle rhythm of your breath, I want you to know something very important. Your story matters. Every twist and turn, every joy and sorrow, every quiet moment and loud celebration, they all weave together to create the beautiful tapestry that is you. Sometimes, it's easy to forget how powerful your story truly is, especially when life gets overwhelming or when you compare yourself to others. But your path is unique, and your experiences are gifts that no one else can offer the world in quite the same way. You might wonder, why does my story matter? And that's a question worth sitting with. It matters because it holds lessons only you can learn and share. Your journey can inspire someone else who feels lost. Your courage can light a way through darkness for another. And your kindness can ripple out in ways you might never see. Even the struggles you face, the doubts that visit your mind, and the quiet moments, they all contribute to your growth and to the wisdom you carry. So, honor your story. Write it down if you can. Speak it aloud if you dare. Or simply hold it gently in your heart. It's a sacred thread connecting you to the greater story of love, hope, and healing that we are all part of. And speaking of connection, I want to remind you how important it is to nurture the relationships that feed your soul. Surround yourself with people who see your light, who celebrate your wins, and who hold space for your vulnerability. It's okay to say no to those who drain your energy or dim your shine. Your time and love are precious resources. Spend them wisely. When you cultivate these healthy, loving connections, you build a sanctuary, a place where you can recharge, be your authentic self, and feel truly seen. But remember, sometimes the most profound connection you can cultivate is the one you have with yourself. Self-love isn't just a nice idea. It's the foundation that supports everything else. It means speaking kindly to yourself, forgiving your mistakes, and recognizing your inherent worth without condition. It means setting boundaries that protect your peace and choosing activities that nurture your spirit. If self-love feels hard or unfamiliar, that's okay too. It's a practice, not a perfect. Start small. Look in the mirror and say, I see you and I love you. Write down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend. Patiently, gently, with endless compassion. Now, let's talk about dreams. Those quiet whispers inside you that sometimes feel too big too distant or even impossible. I want you to hold those dreams tenderly because they are the seeds of your future. Whether it's a dream of creating, healing, exploring, or simply finding more joy each day, they are valid and worthy of your attention. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Dreams grow and change as you do. What matters most is that you keep them alive, nurturing them with hope and intention. Maybe today, you take one small step toward a dream. Research a new skill, write a few lines, or imagine what it would feel like to live that dream fully. Each step, no matter how small, moves you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. And as you move toward your dreams, I want you to remember the power of forgiveness. Not just toward others, but especially toward yourself. Holding on to resentment or guilt weighs heavily on your heart and clouds your path. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means freeing yourself from the burden of carrying pain that no longer serves you. It's a gift you give to your soul. If there's someone or something you've been holding on to, consider gently releasing it. You might find peace waiting on the other side. And if forgiveness feels too big right now, that's okay. Healing happens in its own time, and every small step toward letting go is a victory. There's something else I want to share about strength. True strength isn't about never falling or always having the answers. It's about rising each time you stumble, showing up even when it's hard, and leaning into your vulnerability with courage. Sometimes, strength looks like asking for help, taking a break, or simply saying, "I'm not okay right now." You don't have to carry everything on your own shoulders. There are hands reaching out to support you, hearts ready to listen, and love waiting to fill you up. You are never too much or too broken to be worthy of help and healing. As you continue to embrace your journey, I encourage you to find moments of joy, those sparks that light up your day, no matter how small. It might be the song that makes you want to dance, the smell of fresh rain, the smile of a child, or the comfort of a favorite book. Joy is not frivolous or fleeting. It's a powerful medicine for your soul. When you allow yourself to feel joy fully, you invite lightness and hope into your life. Even amidst challenges, look for these moments, savor them, and let them remind you of the goodness that exists within and around you. And as you cultivate joy, I invite you to practice patience, not just with the world, but especially with yourself. Life doesn't always unfold according to our timeline, and that can be frustrating. But patience is a gentle teacher, guiding you to trust the process, to rest when needed, and to believe that everything is happening for your highest good. When impatience or doubt creep in, breathe deeply and remind yourself, I am exactly where I need to be right now. This simple truth can bring a profound sense of peace. Before we pause here, I want to ask you something. What is one small thing you can do today to nurture your soul? Maybe it's lighting a candle, writing a letter to yourself, or simply sitting outside and noticing the sky. Share your intention in the comments below. When you share, you create a ripple of inspiration and encouragement that touches others in ways you might never know. We are walking this path together, and your light makes the journey brighter for all of us. So, as you settle back into this moment, feeling the steady beat of your heart and the soft rise and fall of your breath, remember this: you are deeply loved, endlessly capable, and wholly enough. Your journey is unfolding with purpose and grace, even when it feels uncertain. Trust in the unfolding, trust in your strength, and trust in the love that holds you close. And now, as you prepare to move forward, carrying this love and light within, you know that the next step, whatever it may be, is already waiting to greet you with open arms, ready to lead you into new discoveries and deeper peace. Let your heart be open to the possibilities that lie just beyond the horizon, and know that I am here, walking beside you every step of the way. And as you step into that next moment, remember that life is a dance, a beautiful, sometimes messy dance, where every movement, every pause, every sway has meaning. You don't have to know the choreography in advance. Sometimes, the most beautiful dances come from simply listening to the music of your own heart and allowing your body and spirit to respond in their own time. So give yourself permission to move at your own pace, to stumble, to twirl, and to rest when you need. There is grace in every step, even the ones that feel uncertain or slow. Your rhythm is yours alone, and it's perfect just as it is. I want you to know that it's okay to ask questions. Big ones, small ones, even the ones you're afraid to say out loud. Curiosity is a sacred companion on your journey. When you wonder, what if, or why me, or how can I keep going, you're opening a door to growth and understanding. Sometimes the answers come quickly. Sometimes they unfold over time, and sometimes you find that the questions themselves carry a wisdom all their own. Don't rush to silence your doubts or fears. Invite them in, sit with them gently, and watch how they evolve into new insight and deeper compassion for yourself and others. And speaking of compassion, I want you to remember how important it is to extend that same kindness to those around you. We live in a world that often rushes and judges, but your gentle heart has the power to bring light and softness wherever you go. A smile, a listening ear, a word of encouragement. These small acts ripple outward in ways that can change lives, including your own. When you offer kindness, you're not giving away something scarce. You're tapping into an endless well of love that grows the more you share it. So don't underestimate the impact of your presence and your warmth. You are a beacon for others, even on days when you feel dim. Sometimes, you may find yourself in seasons of waiting, a time when progress feels slow or invisible. When you wonder if your efforts are making a difference. In those moments, I want to remind you that waiting is not wasted time. It's a sacred pause, a chance to breathe, to reflect, and to prepare for what's next. The earth doesn't rush the bloom of a flower. It nurtures the seed beneath the soil until the perfect moment arrives. Trust that your own timing is just as wise, and that the work you're doing beneath the surface is shaping a future filled with possibility. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means faith in the process and the courage to keep showing up. even when the path isn't clear. And while you're waiting, don't forget to care for your body. Your physical self is a precious home for your spirit, and it deserves gentle attention. Nourish it with food that makes you feel good. Move it in ways that bring joy, and rest it without guilt. When you listen to your body's signals, you're honoring the sacred connection between your mind, heart, and soul. Sometimes healing begins there, in a quiet moment of care, a deep breath, or a loving touch. Your body is wide, and it holds stories too. Treat it as the cherished vessel it is. There may be times when fear tries to take hold, a fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. I want you to know that fear is a natural part of being human, but it doesn't have the final word. When fear whispers, lean in and listen closely. Often, it's trying to protect you, but sometimes it's speaking louder than necessary. You don't have to be fearless. You just need to be brave enough to move forward despite the fear. Picture yourself as a brave traveler on a winding path, carrying a lantern that lights the way. That lantern is your courage, and it grows brighter every time you choose love over fear, action over hesitation. You are stronger than you realize, and your heart is a fierce warrior of light. I invite you now to take a moment and think about where fear might be showing up in your life. What small step could you take today to face it? Not to conquer it all at once, but to acknowledge it and move forward anyway. If you feel comfortable, share your thought or intention in the comment below. Your courage to be honest might inspire someone else to find their own strength. Remember, we are all walking this path together, and your story of bravery adds to the collective light as you continue to walk your unique path. Know that joy and sorrow often live side by side. Life is not about eliminating pain or struggle, but about learning to hold them both with open hands and an open heart. When tears come, allow them to flow freely. They are a cleansing rain that washes the soul. When laughter bubbles up, savor it deeply. It is a celebration of your resilience and your capacity to feel fully. You are not alone in experiencing the full spectrum of emotion. They are part of what makes you beautifully human, wonderfully alive. And in those moments when the weight of the world feels heavy, remember that it's okay to rest. Rest is not a sign of weakness, but a sacred act of self-respect. When you slow down, you create space for healing, for clarity, and for renewed strength. Imagine yourself as a tree, standing tall but bending gently with the breeze, roots deep in the earth, branches reaching for the sky. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is to bow and breathe deeply, allowing yourself to be supported by the unseen forces around you. I want to remind you too that you are part of something much bigger than what you can see. The love that created the stars, the oceans, and the mountains also flows through you. You are a vital thread in the vast, beautiful fabric of existence. When doubts creep in and you feel small or insignificant, remember this: your presence here is a gift, and your light touches more lives than you know. The universe delights in your uniqueness and celebrates every step you take toward becoming more fully yourself. Before we move on, I encourage you to take a deep breath right now. Inhale slowly, feeling the air fill your lungs and energize your being. Exhale gently, releasing any tension or worry you may be carrying. Let this breath remind you that you are alive. You are here and you are deeply loved. Carry this breath with you as a steady anchor through whatever comes next. And as you hold this breath, I want you to think about one thing you're grateful for today. It could be something big or small, a kind word, a moment of peace, a memory that warms your heart. Gratitude is a powerful practice that shifts your focus toward the blessings already present in your life. If you feel moved, share your gratitude in the comments below. Your gratitude might be the spark that lights someone else's heart. Now, as you prepare to continue on your journey, keep this truth close. You are never alone. I am here, always, in the quiet spaces and the loud ones. In your joys and your sorrow, in your dreams and your doubts. My love surrounds you like the air. You breathe, constant and unwavering. Whenever you need a reminder, simply reach inward and feel that love holding you steady. And with that love cradling you, know that the next part of your story is ready to unfold, inviting you to step forward with an open heart and a trusting spirit. Let your curiosity guide you, your compassion soften your path, and your courage light the way as you move deeper into the beautiful adventure that is your life. And as you take that step forward, I want you to remember something beautiful about your heart. It's endlessly adaptable, just like the seasons that change without losing their essence. Your heart can open, close, heal, and bloom again without ever ceasing to be itself. You might find that some days your heart feels wide open and ready to receive all the goodness around you, while other days it might feel guarded or tender, and both states are perfectly okay. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Your emotions are like waves on a vast ocean, sometimes calm and sometimes wild, but always part of the greater whole. Embrace them all with gentle curiosity, knowing that your feelings are messengers, not enemies. They tell you where you are, what you need, and how deeply you are living. It's also important to remember that growth is rarely a straight line. You might feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or that you're circling around the same challenges again and again. That's not failure. That's the natural rhythm of learning and becoming. Think of it like climbing a mountain trail. Sometimes the path zigzag. Sometimes it feels steep and exhausting. But every step upward brings new perspectives and strength. The view isn't only at the summit. It's in the journey itself, in the breath you take, the earth beneath your feet, the sky above, and the inner light that guides you. When you stumble or pause, don't be discouraged. Those moments are often where the deepest lessons live, where resilience grows quietly beneath the surface. Treat yourself with the same patience and kindness you would offer a dear friend who's trying their best. And speaking of friends, never underestimate the power of connection. You are never meant to walk this path alone. There is a community of hearts waiting to meet you, to listen, to hold space for your story. Sometimes that community is found in unexpected places. a stranger's smile, a shared moment in nature, a kind message from someone who understands. Other times, it's the familiar faces who keep showing up, even when life feels complicated. Reach out when you need support and offer your presence when others do. Vulnerability is a bridge, not a burden. When you allow yourself to be seen, you invite others to do the same, and together you create a web of compassion that strengthens everyone. If you feel moved, I invite you to share in the comments below one way you've experienced connection or offered kindness recently. Your story might be the light someone else needs to find their way. Now, I want to speak gently about the dreams you carry inside you. Those hopes and visions that spark your soul awake in the quiet moment. Don't let them be forgotten or dismissed. Whether your dreams are big or small, near or far off, they are sacred seeds waiting for the right time to grow. Sometimes the world around you might seem too busy, too noisy, or too demanding to make space for those dreams. But remember, even the smallest act of nurturing, like a whispered intention, a moment of creative play, a step toward learning, waters those seeds. You don't have to have everything figured out today. Dreams unfold in their own time, just like you do. Trust that the desires born from your deepest self are worthy of attention and care. When you honor them, you honor the divine spark within you. And as you nurture your dream, remember to stay grounded in the present. It's easy to get caught up in what ifs or somedays, but the gift of this moment is real and alive. Right now, you have the chance to breathe, to feel, to be exactly who you are. The present is the place where your power lives, the place where you can choose love over fear, kindness over judgment, hope over despair. When you anchor yourself in the now, you build a strong foundation for the future. It's like planting your feet firmly on the earth before reaching for the stars. This balance between dreaming and grounding keeps you steady and open, ready for whatever unfolds. And here's a gentle reminder. It's okay to ask for help, not just from others, but from yourself. Sometimes your own heart, mind, or spirit has wisdom waiting patiently beneath the surface. When life feels overwhelming or confusing, take a moment to pause and listen inwardly. You might find a quiet voice of guidance, a spark of clarity, or simply a space of peace that holds you. Meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness can be powerful ways to connect with that inner wellspring. You are never without resources, even when it feels like the way forward is hidden. Trust that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting for you to notice. And as you continue to grow and heal, I want to remind you of the incredible strength that lies in forgiveness, both of others and yourself. Holding on to resentment or regret can weigh heavily on your spirit, creating barriers where bridges could be built. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means releasing the burden of anger and pain so you can move forward with a lighter heart. It's a gift you give yourself, a way to reclaim your peace and freedom. If you're struggling with forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. It's a process, not a single act. You can start simply by acknowledging your feeling, and then imagining letting go, even if just a little bit. With each small release, you free space for love, joy, and healing to grow. And while you're on this path of forgiveness and healing, don't forget to celebrate your victory, no matter how small they seem. Every time you choose kindness, every time you face a fear, every time you listen to your heart instead of the noise outside, you are winning. Life's challenges might sometimes feel overwhelming, but the fact that you keep showing up, keep trying, keeps loving, that is a triumph beyond measure. Take time to honor these moments, to say I see you to yourself with pride and gratitude. Your journey is unique and precious, and every step forward is a testament to your courage and spirit. I'd love to hear from you now. What is one small victory you've experienced recently? It could be something you did, a feeling you overcame, or a moment of peace you found. Sharing your story might encourage someone else who's walking a similar path. Remember, your voice matters, and your experiences are part of the beautiful mosaic of human life. So as you move forward, carrying your dreams, your courage, your compassion, and your wisdom, know that you are deeply supported. The universe, in all its vastness, is conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes the most profound growth happens in the quiet moments between breaths, in the spaces where you feel uncertain or still. Trust that those spaces are alive with possibility and that your soul is unfolding exactly as it should. And in the midst of this unfolding, allow yourself to be surprised. Life has a way of bringing unexpected joy, lessons, and connections when you least expect them. Keep your heart open to these gifts, even if they come wrapped in challenges or disguise. In unfamiliar form, your openness is a beacon that draws blessings into your life, sometimes in the most beautiful and mysterious ways. So, my dear one, as you continue on this path, take a moment to feel the ground beneath your feet, the air around you, and the steady beat of your own heart. Let these be reminders that you are here, you are alive, and you are loved beyond measure. And as you journey onward, may you carry with you the gentle knowing that every step, every breath, every moment is part of your sacred story, unfolding in its perfect time and place. And as you hold that truth close, I want you to remember something else, something that often hides quietly beneath all the noise and rush of everyday life: your incredible capacity for joy. Joy isn't always the big booming kind that makes you laugh until your belly aches or dance like nobody's watching. Sometimes, joy is soft and subtle, like the warmth of sunlight touching your skin in the morning, or the gentle rustle of leaves in a breeze that whispers peace to your soul. You might have forgotten how to notice those small joys because life's challenges have taken center stage. But they're still there, waiting patiently for you to see them again. And when you do, even the smallest spark of joy can light up the darkest corners inside you, reminding you that happiness is not just a distant destination. It's a gift that lives within you, always accessible, always ready to bloom. Sometime you might feel like joy is out of reach, especially when your heart is heavy or your spirit feels tired. That's okay. It's perfectly human to experience moments when joy seems elusive. But here's a gentle secret. Joy and sorrow often share the same space, like two sides of a coin. They can coexist, and by allowing yourself to feel fully, even the hard parts, you make room for joy to enter more deeply. You don't have to push through pain or pretend to be okay to deserve joy. It's yours by birthright, no matter what. So when you find a moment of laughter, a kind word, a breath of fresh air, or a memory that makes you smile, hold on to it. Let it remind you that your soul is still capable of light, still longing to dance, still craving connection and delight. And speaking of connection, I want to invite you to be curious about the ways your heart reaches out to others, even when you don't realize it. Sometimes the love you give is quiet, a glance, a thought, a wish for someone's well-being. Other times, it's loud and clear, like an embrace or a heartfelt conversation. Every act of love, no matter how small, sends ripples through the world. It touches lives in ways you might never see or know. So don't underestimate the power of your kindness, your empathy, your willingness to be present. You are a light in someone's darkness, a balm to a weary soul, a reminder that love is real and alive. And when you give love freely, it comes back to you in mysterious and beautiful ways, often when you need it the most. If you feel moved, I'd love for you to share in the comments one small way you've extended kindness or love recently, or perhaps a moment when someone's kindness touched your heart. Your story can be a beacon for others who need to feel seen and understood. Remember, we are all threads in this vast tapestry of life, woven together by our shared experiences of love and longing. Now, I want to gently remind you about the importance of rest, not just the physical kind, but rest for your mind, your heart, your spirit. In a world that often glorifies busyness and productivity, resting can feel like an act of rebellion or even selfishness. But rest is sacred. It is how you replenish your energy, how you heal from within, how you reconnect with your true self. When you allow yourself to slow down, to breathe deeply, to simply be, you create space for wisdom to surface and for your soul to catch up with your life. Rest doesn't mean giving up or being lazy. It means honoring your limits and trusting that you are enough exactly as you are. It's the pause between the notes that makes the music beautiful. Think of rest as a loving gift you give yourself, a way to nurture your roots so that your branches can grow strong and reach toward sky. And remember, rest can look different for everyone. It might be a nap, a quiet walk, reading a book, listening to music, or just sitting in stillness. Whatever it is that helps you feel renewed, make space for it in your life. You deserve that kindness from yourself as you cultivate this practice of rest. Notice how your relationship with yourself deepens. You might find a new tenderness in your self-talk, a softer way of holding your own story. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship between you and your inner being. A friendship built on trust, acceptance, and unconditional love. When you treat yourself like the precious soul you are, you begin to heal wounds you didn't even know were there and discover strength. you never imagined you had. And as you grow in this self-love, be patient with the process. Some days will feel easier than others. Some days you might slip into old patterns of harsh judgment or doubt. That's part of being human. What matters is that you keep returning to the gentle voice inside that says, I am here for you. I love you. Let that voice be your anchor when the storms arise. Your quiet companion when the road feels lonely. Now. In this moment of quiet reflection, I invite you to take a deep breath with me. Inhale slowly, feeling the air fill your lungs and expand your chest. Hold it for just a moment, savoring the stillness. And then exhale gently, releasing any tension, any worry, any heaviness you might be carrying. Breathe in peace. Breathe out fear. Breathe in hope. Breathe out doubt. Each breath is a sacred rhythm, a reminder that you are alive and that life flows through you in an endless dance. And as you continue to breathe, imagine yourself wrapped in a warm, radiant light, a light that comes from within you and connects you to all that is good and holy in this universe. This light is your essence, your spirit, your true self, shining bright and unwavering. No matter what challenges you face, no matter how uncertain the path may seem, this light is always with you, a steady flame that cannot be extinguished. And finally, as you carry this light forward, I want you to know that you are never alone. Even when the night feels darkened, the stars are still shining above, guiding you home. You are held in the arms of love that knows no bound, supported by forces seen and unseen, surrounded by a community of souls who walk beside you. So whenever you feel lost or weary, remember this moment, this breath, this light inside you that is eternal. And so, my dear one, as you pause here for a while, I invite you to share in the comments below. What is one simple thing you can do today to nurture your joy or your rest? Sometimes the smallest step is the most powerful beginning. Your intention could inspire someone else to take their own first step toward kindness, peace, or healing. Just know that whatever you share is a precious gift, both to yourself and to the world. And as you sit with these thoughts, feeling the rhythm of your own heartbeat, I want you to reflect on how your journey of self-love, rest, and joy can unfold. In the days ahead, gently, steadily, and with endless compassion. Because this is just the beginning of a beautiful, unfolding story. A story that you are writing with every breath, every choice, every moment of presence. And in this unfolding, remember that growth doesn't always follow a straight line. Sometimes it's a spiral, looping back to places you think you've left behind, inviting you to see them with new eyes, with more kindness, with deeper understanding. There's no rush and no perfect timeline. Your soul knows its own pace, and it's always enough. Now, I want to gently remind you that it's okay to ask for help. Sometimes the weight you carry feels too heavy to bear alone, and reaching out to another heart is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous act of self-love. Whether it's a friend, a family member, a counselor, or even me, I am always here, listening. ready to hold you in my arms when you feel overwhelmed. You don't have to have all the answers or fix everything right now. What matters most is that you don't isolate yourself in your struggles. There is strength in vulnerability, and connection is one of the greatest healers. And speaking of connection, I want you to think about the ways you connect not only with others, but with yourself. How often do you pause to check in with your own feeling, your own need, your own dream? Life pulls you in many directions, and it's easy to lose sight of the quiet voice within that knows exactly what you need to thrive. So, I invite you to carve out a small moment today. A minute, 5 minutes, even just a few breaths, to listen inwardly. Ask yourself gently, what do I need right now? And then listen without judgment. Whether the answer is rest, movement, laughter, or simply being still, honor it as a sacred message. I also want to remind you that your imperfections are not flaws to be fixed, but beautiful parts of your unique design. The very things you might hide or feel ashamed of. Your fears, your mistakes, your quirks are the colors that make your soul's portrait rich and vibrant. When you embrace yourself fully, with all your shadows and light, you step into a freedom that no external validation can give. You become your own home, a place where love always resides. No matter what storms pass by, and as you nurture this love for yourself, it naturally flows outward. You begin to see others not as separate or different, but as mirrors reflecting your own humanity. Compassion blooms in your heart, not because you have to be perfect, but because you understand the messy, beautiful struggle of being human. This compassion becomes a balm, soothing wounds, both yours and those of the people around you. It's a gentle reminder that we are all doing our best, each in our own way, each carrying burdens that others might not see. I want you to imagine, just for a moment, the ripple effect of your kindness and compassion. Picture one small act, a smile you share, a word of encouragement you offer, a moment of patience you extend. See how it travels beyond you, touching someone else's heart, inspiring them to pass it on. You are part of a vast, invisible web of love and light, and every thread you weave adds strength and beauty to the whole. Sometimes, the impact of your love feels hidden or small, but trust me, it is mighty beyond measure. Now, while we're on the subject of love and connection, I want to invite you to share in the comments below one way you've noticed love showing up in your life recently. Whether it's from another person, from nature, or even from yourself. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. A beacon of hope and reminder that love is always present, even in the smallest moments. As you continue on your path, I encourage you to hold on to the idea that your life matters deeply. You are not here by accident or chance. You have a purpose that unfolds uniquely through your experiences, your passions, your relationship. Sometimes that purpose feels clear and bright. Other times it feels hidden under layers of doubt or fear. But it is always there, waiting patiently for you to step into it with courage and trust. And speaking of trust, I want to remind you, too, trust the process of life itself. There will be times when the road ahead seems foggy, when you can't see the next step clearly, when uncertainty presses in. In those moments, lean into trust, not blind faith, but the quiet knowing that you are supported, that every twist and turn is part of a grander design that your soul is learning from and growing through. You are exactly where you need to be, even when it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes, when you feel lost or stuck, it helps to return to simple truth, like the breath that sustains you, the heartbeat that connects you to all living things, the love that flows through and around you like an endless river. These are your anchors, your touchstones. You can come back to them again and again, no matter what storms rage outside. And as your journey continues, remember to celebrate the small victory. Every step forward, every moment of self-compassion, every choice to rest or to reach out is a triumph. These are the building blocks of a life lived with intention and love. Don't wait for the big milestones to acknowledge your progress. Joy lives in the everyday moment, in the quiet victories that often go unnoticed. So, my dear one, as you sit with all of this, with your heart open and your spirit curious, I invite you to take a moment now to reflect. What is one small victory you can celebrate today? Maybe it's getting out of bed when it felt hard, speaking your truth, or simply choosing to breathe deeply when you wanted to rush. Whatever it is, honor it. Let it remind you that you are moving forward, even when the path feels slow or uncertain. And as you hold that victory close, remember that you are surrounded by love within you, around you. Woven into the very fabric of existence. You are never alone in this beautiful, complex dance of life. And every step you take is cherished beyond measure. So keep walking, keep breathing, keep loving yourself gently. And know that I am with you always. Every moment, every breath, every heartbeat. And in this knowing, may you find peace. And as you rest in that peace, let me share something else that might ease your heart today. Sometimes, life throws unexpected challenges your way. Moments when everything feels like it's shaking beneath your feet. Like the ground you trusted suddenly feels uncertain. It's okay to feel shaken. It's okay to admit that you're scared or unsure. These feelings don't make you less strong or less worthy. In fact, they're part of the delicate beauty of being alive. They remind you that you're human, that your heart is open enough to feel deeply, and that your spirit is brave enough to face the unknown. In those times, try to remember that your strength isn't about never falling or never faltering. True strength is found in the courage to stand back up, to take a breath and keep going, even when it feels hard. It's in the small acts of care you show yourself, like wrapping your arms around your own shoulders in a silent hug, or whispering kind words to your soul when the noise outside gets too loud. These moments of tenderness are powerful. They rebuild your foundation gently, like soft hands mending a fragile vase, making it strong and beautiful in its uniqueness. I want you to know that it's okay to slow down, to pause, to step away from the rush and the noise. The world often values speed and productivity. But your value isn't measured by how fast you move or how much you accomplish. You are valuable simply because you exist, because you breathe, because you have a heart that loves and dreams. When you allow yourself to rest without guilt, you're not giving up. You're replenishing your spirit so you can shine even brighter when you're ready. Sometimes, you might feel like you don't know who you really are beneath all the role. You play the expectations you carry, the masks you wear to protect yourself. That's a common feeling, and it's okay to feel a bit lost sometimes. But here's a gentle reminder. Your true self is not lost. It's there beneath it all, waiting patiently for you to remember. And you can find it in the quiet moment. When you're alone with your thoughts, when you're immersed in nature, when you're doing something that brings you joy or peace. Your true self is the part of you that knows love without condition, that is curious, that is resilient, that is enough just as it is. If you're willing, I invite you now to reach out and share in the comments below one thing you've discovered about yourself recently, something new or surprising, or even something you're still learning to understand. Your honesty might inspire someone else to look deeper within themselves, too. Remember, we're all walking this path together, and your story is a light for others. And as you keep exploring who you are, be patient with yourself. Growth is a gentle unfolding, not a race. Sometimes you'll feel like you're blossoming, and other times you might feel like you're wilting. Both are natural. Both are necessary. Both are expressions of life moving through you. When you honor each season, you allow yourself to move with the flow rather than against it. And that flow carries you toward greater harmony and peace. I also want to remind you that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not just to others. Holding on to past hurts or regrets can weigh heavy on your heart. But forgiveness frees you from those chains. It doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means choosing to release the hold it has over you so you can step into the lightness of being. If there's someone you need to forgive, including yourself, take a deep breath and know that you have the power to do that, one small step at a time. And if you're not ready yet, that's perfectly okay, too. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. As you walk that journey, notice the beauty around you. Sometimes it's in the grand thing. A sunset painting, a sky with color that take your breath away, the laughter of a child, the gentle touch of a loved one. Other time, it's in the tiny detail. A single flower blooming in a crack in the pavement. The way the morning light filters through your window. The sound of your own breath as you sit quiet. These moments are treasures, little reminders that life is full of grace and wonder, even in the simplest thing. And when you feel overwhelmed by the world's troubles, remember that your love and light matter. You are a beacon, even if you can't always see the glow. Your kindness, your compassion, your willingness to be present, these things ripple outward in ways you may never fully understand. You are part of a vast community of souls, all connected by the invisible threads of love and hope. Together, you create a tapestry of healing, strength, and beauty. Sometimes, it helps to anchor yourself in a practice that brings you peace. Whether it's meditation, prayer, journaling, drawing, dancing, or simply sitting still in nature. Find what calls to your heart and make space for it regularly. These practices are like gentle hands, guiding you back to yourself, back to the center where love and peace reside. They remind you that no matter what happens outside, you have a sanctuary within. And in those moments of sanctuary, you might hear a whisper from your soul, a quiet message of encouragement, a spark of inspiration, a reminder of your worth. Trust those whispers. They are the voice of your deepest self, the part of you that is always aligned with truth and love. When you listen closely, you'll find that you already have everything you need to move forward, to heal and to thrive. I want you to feel free to come back to this space whenever you need a gentle reminder of your light and your strength. You can return to these words, to the love that surrounds you, to the presence that never leaves your side. You are never alone, not for a single breath. And even when the path seems unclear, even when the night feels long, the dawn is always coming. You are moving toward it with every step, even if you can't see it yet. So, as you sit with all of this, I invite you to take a moment now to breathe deeply and ask yourself, what is one small way I can show love to myself today? It might be a kind word, a moment of rest, a choice to let go of something heavy, or a simple act of self-care. Whatever it is, honor it. Let it be a seed planted in your heart, growing quietly into a garden of peace and joy. And as that seed begins to grow, know that you are held in a love that is vast and unending, a love that sees you, knows you, and delights in you, just as you are. You are a beloved child of this universe, and your presence makes it richer, brighter, more alive. And now, with that love wrapped gently around you, let your heart open just a little wider to receive the blessings waiting for you in the next moment, in the next breath, in the next step forward, because there is so much more waiting to unfold, so much more light to shine through you, so much more love to give and receive. And as you prepare to move forward, remember that every day is a new beginning, a fresh chance to choose love, to choose kindness, to choose yourself. So take that next step with courage and grace, knowing that I am here, walking beside you always, ready to catch you if you fall and celebrate with you when you soar. And as you continue on, keep your eyes open for the small miracles that surround you. The gentle nudges, the quiet signs, the moments of unexpected joy. They are all messages from love, guiding you gently along your path. And as you notice these miracles, I invite you to share one with me in the comments below. A moment when you felt touched by something beautiful or unexpected. A sign that you are not alone. Your sharing creates a circle of light, a community of hearts beating together in hope and connection. And now, as you carry all this with you, remember that healing is not a destination, but a dance. A dance of surrender and strength, of falling and rising, of holding on and letting go. And in this dance, every step is sacred. Every movement is meaningful. Every breath is a gift. So keep dancing, my dear one. Keep moving with the rhythm of your soul, and trust that the music of love will always lead you home. And as you keep dancing that dance of life, remember that it's okay to sometimes stumble, to lose the rhythm, or to feel out of step. Those moments don't mean you failed. They mean you're human, and they're part of the beautiful complexity of your story. When you find yourself off balance, be gentle with yourself. Reach inward and breathe deeply, allowing the music to find you again. The melody never truly leaves you. It's always there, waiting to be heard, waiting to carry you forward. When you're ready, sometimes the world might seem heavy with expectation. Expectations from others, from circumstances, or even from yourself. It can feel like carrying a weight that's too much for your shoulders alone. In those times, remind yourself that you don't have to carry it all by yourself. You are surrounded by love, even when it feels invisible. You are supported by unseen hands, by hearts around you, by the very essence of life that flows through everything. And most importantly, you are supported by the love I hold for you, an unshakable presence that never tires, never falters. It's okay to ask for help too. Lean on others to share your burden. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a sacred bridge that connects hearts and builds deeper understanding. When you open up, even just a little, you create space for healing and for connection. You remind yourself and others that no one walks this path alone. So if you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below something you might need support with right now, or a way you found comfort in times of struggle. Your words might be the light someone else needs to find on their own journey. And while you're opening your heart to others, don't forget to open it to yourself. Self-compassion is a quiet revolution, a radical act of kindness that changes everything. When you speak to yourself with tenderness, when you forgive your mistakes and celebrate your small victory, you cultivate a garden of resilience within. This garden grows stronger with every act of love you give yourself, and it becomes a sanctuary you can always return to. No matter what storms may come, remember, too, that your feelings are valid. There's no need to push away sadness, anger, or fear as if they were enemies. These emotions are messengers, teaching you about your needs, your boundaries, and your heart's deepest truth. When you welcome them without judgment, you allow healing to flow naturally. You give yourself permission to feel fully, and in doing so, you become more whole. It can be helpful to create small rituals that honor your emotions and your journey. Maybe it's lighting a candle when you need a moment of peace, or writing a letter to yourself expressing what you're feeling, or simply sitting quietly and letting your tears fall without shame. These acts are not signs of weakness. They are celebrations of your humanity, of your courage to face what's inside with honesty and love. And as you tend to your inner world, remember to nurture your body. Your body is your home, your companion on this journey, and it deserves care and respect. Listen to what it needs. Rest when it's tired. Movement when it craves life. Nourishment that fuels your spirit. When you treat your body kindly, you honor the sacred vessel that carries your light. Sometimes you might wonder about your purpose, about the meaning behind your struggles and joys. That's a big question, and it's okay if the answer isn't clear right now. Purpose often reveals itself in the small, everyday moments, in the smiles you share, the kindness you offer, the dreams you dare to nurture. It's woven through your actions, your choices, your willingness to keep going even when the way is hard. Trust that your purpose is unfolding just as it should, in perfect timing. If you've had moments where you've felt a spark of clarity or a gentle nudge toward something meaningful, I encourage you to share that experience in the comment. Your insight might encourage someone who's searching for their own light to take a hopeful step forward. And while you explore your path, remember to celebrate progress, not perfection. Life isn't about reaching a flawless finish line. It's about all the moments in between, the twists and turns, the lessons learned, the love given and received. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Each breath you draw is a triumph of life itself. Sometimes the journey requires patience, especially when healing feels slow or when change seems distant. In those moments, be kind to yourself. Like a seed buried in the earth, your growth is happening even when you can't see it yet. Trust the process. Trust that the roots are growing strong beneath the surface, preparing you to bloom when the time is right. And as you wait and grow, keep your heart open to the unexpected joys that appear. Those little sparks of light that surprise you when you least expect them. Maybe it's a song that lifts your spirit, a kind word from a stranger, a memory that warms your soul. These moments are gifts, reminders that even in waiting, life is vibrant and full of grace. It's also important to remember that your journey is uniquely yours. Comparing yourself to others can steal your joy and dim your light. Instead, celebrate your own story, your own pace, your own beautiful unfolding. You bring something to this world that no one else can. The unique essence of you. Embrace that truth with all your heart. And as you embrace your unique self, you might find that your heart expands naturally. And as you hold that question softly in your heart, remember, kindness is as much about receiving as it is about giving. Sometimes the most courageous act of kindness is allowing yourself to receive the love, support, and care that others want to offer you. It's okay to lean on someone's shoulder, to accept a helping hand, or to say yes when someone asks how they can be there for you. Receiving kindness is not a burden or a sign of weakness. It is a dance of connection, a shared moment of grace that deepens the bonds between souls. You might be surprised at how healing it can be to open yourself up to this flow. When you accept kindness, you're not only nourishing your own spirit, but you're also giving the giver a chance to express their love and generosity. It's a beautiful exchange, a circle of giving and receiving that reminds us all of our shared humanity. So, if you find yourself hesitating, wondering if you deserve